So a growth group is kind of like a Bible study where a bunch of people come together to have fellowship and also have a better understanding of the Bible and to answer some questions that have possibly been asked on Sunday, or just ask questions and come together and answer those questions too, and just more like a Bible study actually. So what goes on at a growth group is you have a few people that come together. We either meet at someone's home or it could be at a different place, could even be like at a village inn or something, where we come together and any questions that had been asked about the growth group were answered then and there. We come together, we share ideas, we talk about the Bible specifically. We also talk about the sermon that had happened on Sunday. And how it starts is, you walk in and you have fellowship, so you just talk with everybody that's there. Sometimes there's snacks, other times there's just more talking, more hanging out than anything. And yeah, we come together and just talk and have fellowship. That's a major purpose of the growth group, to have fellowship so that we can all grow together in understanding of course, each other, so we can know each other's needs, basic needs, and just to have a better understanding of where each other is at, and also just to grow together as a family, as a church family. So the benefits of belonging to a growth group is not only the whole friendship part of it, but it's getting to know somebody in a group setting, and also getting to know like where they're at in their life, whether they're a middle schooler, whether they're married or whatever. We get to have fellowship with one another, and we kind of start becoming closer friends, like a little family. Like they're close-knit families where we can rely on each other, where we can even like call each other up whenever we're maybe struggling with something, or hold accountability for one another too. And definitely it's just great all around. It's just great having to hang out with people, and just a great benefit of it all is just being in a positive environment too. And yeah, it's just for all ages pretty much, and just anybody who understands or who wants to have a better understanding of the Bible too, to just come together so that we can all grow in our knowledge and understanding of the Bible. How I would encourage somebody to come to a growth group would be just straight off ask them where they are, where they're at when it comes to their relationship with God. And if they'd like to further that, or if they'd like to just improve their relationship with God, I would encourage somebody to just say like, hey, well, we're getting together this whatever day to talk about the sermon that just happened on Sunday. And if you have any questions about it, or actually these questions that were provided for us, they can be answered then and there. And it's a positive environment. It's actually no pressure environment either too. So absolutely, it's totally chill too. And I would just encourage that person like, hey, yeah, if you just wanted to grow, if you just had any questions too, and if there was anything that you wanted to discuss either also, or if there's something that they're maybe not even a part of as far as like a group of Christians goes, then I would say like, hey, well, we're a group of, Jesus loving people, so I want to encourage you to come on and join us and just have a good time and just have fellowship and just get involved. I would encourage that person to just come and get involved with us. My favorite part of a growth group is just hearing everybody's answers when it comes to either the icebreaker at the beginning, or some of those more difficult questions as far as the Bible study had gone, as far as the part of the Bible that we were looking at goes. So my favorite part is just being able to hear where everybody's at, just being able to hear what God has been showing them, and also learning from what they have learned too, because what God shows them and then what they share with everybody is something that I enjoy very much, because then that kind of gives me a little insight to their heart, to their knowledge of what God is showing them. And that just brings me great joy, because like, oh wow, that's amazing that God showed them that. That's not what I learned, but that's beautiful that that's what God is showing them, and I can totally apply that to my life, or I can totally relate to that part, or just something like that. It's very, very joyful to just hear what everybody has to say. So the growth groups are based on the previous Sunday's sermon, and that definitely helps, because let's say, for example, if somebody did not show up on that Sunday, we have them recorded and we have them available online. So if anybody had missed it, they can just go back to our website, oasiselpaso.com, and check it out and just click on the link to view it. And then I'm pretty sure there'll be something available for the growth group, so they can also click on that. and they're able to just have access to it. So it's a no pressure situation. Also, they can just go and they can just read it, or they can just listen in on the sermon, so they can still have an idea of what the growth group study will be about. So it definitely helps that the sermon is also available for everybody who wants to go. Anything else I'd like to say about the growth groups is that I'd like to see more, and with that comes just people who just want to gain more of an idea of who God is, and just anybody who's just thirsty for the Lord. So I would like to see that. And growth groups are very positive. They're very good stuff. It's not like they're not bad for you anyway, because anything that you learn from the Bible, anything that God is teaching you, is totally beneficial for you. So growth groups are good. I want to say that. And they're very great to get to know people, also new people that come to church, and just all around it's great for fellowship so that everybody can just get to know one another.